should probably put some stuff. I was moving to that now. Oh, you should just put it in the drawer.
I know, I just can't open the door from here.
I'm just gonna have to get out because I'm not good at opening it from the side.
Okay, excuse me. I love you. Potato. Get back here. Stitch. Stitch, come back here. You don't have to leave. Stitch.
I don't know if going there is much better.
Stitchy girl. Yeah, the way she was like, whoa.
Okay. Well, since you've moved, I can still do it.
Hello, Sonic. Potatoes.
I'm just gonna settle for my
Hello, Gruntzilla. Morning, Camden.
If the music's too loud, I can turn it
Yeah,
down.
let us know if the music's too loud.
I have no idea what volume we're at right
Now
now.
you can share
Right,
Tinder
it's
date
the first
details
thing
with
in the
friends,
morning.
so they can be there.
His bio said competitive, less egotistical.
It was just a bit rainy,
Without being
so I was
there.
like,
Yeah, no, like, got that fish tank.
he's a little
Hello,
guy.
Foxman. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, usually we do this in the catio, but it's a little, it will be really loud out there. We might venture in there.
Yeah.
But I haven't even seen it.
Oh. God.
Lots of pops.
It's louder than Regina, but quieter than me. Yeah. I'm sure distance is... So I'm closer. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm closest to you
Have
guys.
it in the morning now? Like, I don't know, it's my ritual.
I mean, my dad would always wake us up with music.
I prefer it over most things.
No, I mean,
Music-
it was always good
Music
music.
doesn't talk at me. And I have to sit there like, am I in a fishbowl? Or are you? Okay.
The tiki talk. Thanks. I probably got a size too big, but it's like super loose. I was worried it wasn't going to be stretchy. I was like, I could probably put darts in.
Yeah, I was like, the straps in themselves.
Oh yeah, it's mainly like it gets weird right here, like it does that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I could probably do darts. Thanks. Hello, Nars. We're all living inside a giant fishbowl called the Milky Way. Yeah, not catio today, TikTok, because it's pouring down.
It was loud enough you definitely wouldn't have been able to hear us.
Yeah. You would have just been watching us drink coffee.
It could have been a vibe, but
Oh, yeah.
it did slow down a little bit, too. Just,
Hey, Schwarzy. Best only fishbowl you've been in. Our animation classroom was called the Fishbowl because people would literally come up and tap on the glass because it was like glass all around the classroom while we were working. We're like, can you guys stop telling everyone to come tap on the glass and scare the animators? Can you stop? Hi, Samurai.
I mean, I've started just thinking of the house as my giant fishbowl.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I didn't do, well, this weekend was busy with hanging out with my mom. So I didn't do any weekend ones. Monday, I just didn't have the energy.
I had to sleep this weekend.
Yeah, she was
Oh,
her namesake.
It
lived
happened.
up to it.
I'm not too surprised. I felt it coming, but I'm like, I hate when I go through a phase where I'm like, it is time to sleep. I've been going too long.
Not just animators, but a human zoo. I mean, we did live in that classroom. This is Sleeping Queen Regina. Which I was like, we could try it. I wonder if I can invite your account and just mute it so that people can find you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was tricks. The trap. I was like, why am I itching? She's nice, but some people are scared of her.
Me?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
They usually take your sleepy face as like,
Yeah, I think that mostly weirds me out because, like, the people who seem to be scared of me, I think I have like the least amount of interaction with. Like,
yeah.
I just
like, oh.
I see you
Sure.
on occasion, maybe. I'm just like, you haven't broken beyond the veil of I don't shut up yet.
She just looks scary because she looks mean. She only bites if you point. It's like, you definitely will bite when you have to.
If maybe.
But yeah, the ones that are like, oh, you seem like intimidating or something.
Yeah.
I wish I had more of that towards me, a little bit.
It's just weird because I'm not trying.
No. I'm just like, everyone looks at me like, you're small, and like...
And in some cases, I'm kind of like, well, if random dudes are scared of me, that's just a winning scenario right there.
We might be trying to start preparing a tank for, maybe female beta sorority. If we can get them to get along.
Yeah. There's gonna be an attempt. But at the very least, if we get the water going, it'll have a
Yeah.
chance to cycle.
Yeah, and that's, I was like, I mean, we might also just drop some of our other minnows, like, in there to get the
I was gonna
flip started.
Yeah, I was gonna figure out some cuttings of things. And I did put, I think, like a 10-pack of plants on my wish list.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm like, I want more plants for my main tank and stuff
So
too.
I was just like, if we can get even this one set up, like that's plenty of them, and you can have plants for the other one.
Hey, Dark. We're also live on Twitch. I know I sent out TikTok, I think.
Mona, can I help you?
Can always get dividers if needed. Yeah, but, you know, what we've been seeing from a lot of people that have kept beta sororities is mainly, like, more, around 5 is, like, the happy number, apparently.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So that, like, there's too many to really, like, worry about picking on each other. But the minute if you add a boy in there to breed, then it fucks it all up. But yeah.
It's also not the end all be all. I'm not dead set on it. If it's just not possible.
Yeah. But I think we can give it the good old try.
We do have enough tanks now if we make sure to test them all out.
Yep.
We could potentially, mitigate the worst case scenario of that not working out.
Yeah. But yeah, right now we're building a little harem. Slowly. We found Nami last night.
I can't quite decide if we should just go full tilt and do femme One Piece harem.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters.
I know. But I'm like, do we stick with the main ones? 'Cause we still haven't gotten very far in the show.
No. I know there's a bunch more we haven't gotten to.
It just makes me so tired to think about it. I'm like, oh my god, that's so much out. I'm the same way with Supernatural and stuff though.
Since my main tank is Luffy, and then we were talking about making those, if we can get the girls to play nice, then we were talking about making the sorority, all the girls, girls from One Piece. Because right now we have Nico Robin in her little tank there. She's a purpley, pretty girl. But she was being we tried to put Nami, because we found a Nami last night. We tried to put her in there, and
yeah, I
they
knew
were
it was iffy.
picking.
Looking at it, I was like,
yeah, with that size tank.
I just don't understand the situation enough, and everything is saying no.
Fish tanks and fish are similar to PC plug and play. You don't know until you try. Could have worked for 10 people, but won't work for
Well,
you.
yeah, and I wouldn't have gone for it if we didn't at least have a temporary place
Right.
for her to go.
No, Nami's in my little tank that doesn't have anything but minnows and.
And it's not the best, but it's gonna be fine while she's.
Oh yeah, I mean it's bigger than her
Technically,
cup.
you could consider her in quarantine right now. She's hanging out.
Chikaris, you're gross.
But I don't know if I got a deal on her or not. But if
I
we
mean,
saw her,
that's still on the cheaper end. Yeah, because it's right under $5.
she wasn't labeled, and she wasn't even with the rest of the fish. Exactly.
She might have just been a brand new arrival.
Yeah.
Getting the water and all that situation.
And I saw her, and I was like, we were talking about One Piece girls, and that is definitely a Nami.
She's very cute.
And since she wasn't priced, they just gave me like the base female price, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what you are exactly, but I'm
I'll
not
figure it out.
like the breeds are cool and all, but I'm just like, it's still fish.
It stresses them some, but it doesn't kill them. Yeah, I mean, I think from what we were seeing, is just mainly like if we get enough hides and stuff going on in the tank that we build for them, and you know, more than the 2, it'll probably be okay.
And I was considering doing that anyway, but
Yeah, I don't want to have that many fish yet until we got it.
and it also, I was seeing it was potentially helpful to put them all in at the same time.
Yeah.
So
All, like, what stress is going to be there is going to be, like, right then. And it doesn't, like, cause a power
and
imbalance.
it also, yeah, it was like there's no territorial stuff involved yet. They haven't figured that out yet.
They haven't picked their spot.
I'm just torn because I'm like, I've got this big guy over here. I'm not sure if it's 13 or 15 gallas. My best guess is 13.
Yeah, because it's just slightly bigger than the 10.
Yeah, like it's big. It's bigger.
Thanks for the follows, guys. I can't read.
But
all
if
your
I did
names.
the bigger tank, it would have to definitely be there for now.
So fish politics, yes. We gotta get the girls all, the harem to all get along.
I mean, that is the part that fascinates me. Like, I've never gotten to interact with fish like this before.
But yeah, we need to meet more One Piece women so we know them. I know there's a Boa Hancock. Because before we started watching, I would always get her and Robin confused. Because Robin later seasons has like longer hair, and Boa like has the hime cut. But like, I was like, I can't tell. It's like I couldn't tell any of the Dragon Ball guys apart before I watched it. Now I'm like, okay, it's like one little hair difference. Like, whoa.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, before I watched it, I was like, I have no idea who any of these guys are. They all look like Goku. I don't understand.
More or less, yeah. Especially when you get down to the Saiyans, like, it's just clones. Goku.
Can't wait for you to meet Boa. Her outfits are pretty. And I know she got snake earrings and stuff. But yeah, there's really pretty like swimsuit on costumes right now of her. Like she wears like Chinese dresses and bright red and stuff. From what I've seen.
You good there, fam? Yeah, there's fish food in there.
Oh, she's a warlord. That's cool. I could send you my fish tank at some point just to share. Got a beautiful blue. Why does my brain want to read that as like pancake? Flaco. How do you pronounce that one? But yeah, I know Placo. Some tetra, some guppies, a loach. Used to have a butterfly fish, but they died recently. Hello, Chris.
I'm not really sure what my fish goals are. Like, it's just very different for me comparing it to, like, lizards. I have a very distinct goal. I want to get a chameleon. This is part of it. I love him so far.
He's so fun to watch. No, I'm kind of thinking eventually, I want like little, I really like those bumblebee, gobies, the little nano fish. So I think those and some colored shrimp and the little tank eventually is what I would like in that one, but, yeah. I was thinking a pea puffer, but they are, like, aggressive.
Yeah, I'm not sure
They're cute.
I'm ready to
But they would
play
eat the little,
play
they would eat the
around
little
too much
snails.
with like the super aggressive, like outside of the betas, mostly because they're.
Well, I was just like, you know, before I was like, pea puffer could be fun because they'll eat the snail little guys. Which Nami keeps, she's still trying to eat the snails, so we're gonna need to crunch one up so she can get the juice, get the meat. What? Hello? Why must we scream into the abyss? Huh? Is it just that kind of day? Which now it's bright and sunny. Yeah? Thanks for the roses, Greg. Yeah? Fish tanks, it's odd for a goal. Like, my goal is literally a lively tank with beautiful fish.
Yeah, I would describe my goal as just an interesting ecosystem.
There's just some fish that I think are really pretty. Like, yeah. That I'm like,
I mean,
I
they're
would like.
definitely. I liked those pink guppies. I
Oh
liked
yeah, no,
ones-
the pink fox guppies. Yeah, those ones are like I would also consider.
I like the little sharks, and I have very fond memories of a freshwater stingray for some reason. And I know nothing about them. But I'm like, that would be really cool.
But God, I mean, yeah. Right now we have feeder guppy or not guppies. Feeder minnows, fathead minnows, the rosies, in our tanks as like our little school fish, and those are like 20 cents a piece. And they're still fun to watch. They're still cute.
I mean, I really enjoyed just watching.
No, and we've
them.
been doing a lot of ghost shrimp too. I need to just get more plants for them to hide in my tanks before I get any more. Because I just think that's part of it. My male beta likes to pick on them.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to be a little patient with them because I kind of figure we let them hang out, and eventually I'll move these guys probably over there. Where? Oh,
Did you
are you licking your tail, and it's also licking my toe.
Your Plinko alone is around $60, but it was far too beautiful to pass. Oof, yeah, that's definitely an expensive fish, and we're so early on in our journey here that
Babies.
yeah, we're too scared to spend too much on something and kill it on accident, not meaning to, because we're still like learning about the basics of like cycling a tank.
It's been fun, and honestly, once you get started, it seems just more of getting to know the tank.
I really wish I could remember. I don't think the tank growing up I had any kind of substrate or anything. I felt so I was like, well, no wonder none of them like lived very long whenever they were in it.
Yeah, my only 2 fish experiences were a goldfish that I blew like $20+ to get at a fair. I was determined for some reason.
Like, you're coming home with me.
Yeah. That one lasted a week in a fishbowl with like 2 others, I think, because I wasn't the only one who won them.
Used to have a blue lobster, but again, trying to catch and eat fish in the tank. They aren't supposed to do that. It was more of a crawfish, but it was called a lobster. Yeah, that's like, I keep staring at, our shop does call it a crawfish, blue crawfish. It's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a sucker for crustaceans.
I mean, yeah, it seems
like I kind of want a little pom-pom crab, but what I was reading is that they can be escape artists, so you gotta make sure that they can't escape.
I'm generally just into like,
I don't think I'm the biggest cosplayer.
I want to make them a home. I like making them a home. It's a home with dirt. It's beautiful. It's like a fairy garden. But I'm so new with the prospect of like proper fish.
I was was thinking last night we could make like Nami's little, like a little orange grove, like have like and put like moss, glue it to there, and then have like little oranges we make.
I didn't add it to my wish list, but there was one particular stick that like goes up like a tree, and I was like, we could decorate it. So like,
Orange grove.
but I also I really need a new light, so I can.
Oh, yeah.
Or a couple lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can properly feed the plants.
Yep.
some light.
We'll... Thanks for the follow, Blue. And yeah, fair goldfish are destined to die. Yeah, I'm kind of glad. I think that's kind of dying out. To be fair, I haven't been to a fair in a long time, but like, I would hope that's dying out. I mean, that's like when my dad was little. The county fairs, they would have little lizards on leashes that you would pin to your. Yeah.
No, it's something interesting. I'm really enjoying kind of like, I don't know, I just call it animal ethics. Like the whole prospect of buying fish to just stare at, it's kind of weird if you really think about it, but
The blue lobster, I would have loved.
I think it's cool to watch them and learn about them, so I don't know. It's really helping me with my, like, I've always been really squeamish with fish, so the fact that I can now stick my finger in there and encourage them, if they want, to give me a boop, is actually pretty big, considering I ran
how you've always
screaming.
talked.
I ran screaming for minnows in the lake. I was like,
They were my favorite, and I would just like wait
No
and
touchy.
just catch.
no touchy. You cannot have my skin cells.
You would have loved to keep the blue lobster, but after killing 3 fish in 24 hours, not even eating them, so he was just killing them. He had
Oh.
to get rid of them. Yeah, no, that's very fair.
What's
Um,
yeah? I mean, one person I know that even keeps fish, I think, has one, and said
they're in
something very similar. So it sounds like they can be little hellions. But like, even when I looked at the crawfish in the lake at that little event, I looked at the kid and was like, "Yeah, that'll eat everything in your tank."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Uh-huh." Just confirming with but like this will definitely do that.
Yeah.
And he was just a little guy. He was
Yeah.
just a little crawfish.
But to be fair, we saw a lot of torn up crawfish. And
Yeah.
From other,
But, like, as far
guessing
as
some birds. or
the
something.
streams, like there wasn't that many big fish hanging out, as
No.
far as I could tell.
Not
Just,
there, at least.
just a bunch of little guys and snails and snakes.
I'm just disappointed in myself. As a kid, I would have probably caught some of those minnows.
You just like the patience now.
I'm also like, is it because I'm bigger? I cast a bigger shadow. Because they definitely notice that, like when your shadow comes in frame in their
Yeah.
world. No, that's how I've just felt like as I got bigger for lizards and stuff too. But yeah, I think patience is the biggest thing. But I do wonder if size and stuff
I think
matters.
they're liable to hear you more
Yeah.
because they can hear the vibration.
So just, you'd like to stay, you must go. Oh, well, thanks for hanging out, Grunt. So you took a jar of tadpoles you took from a creek and raised them in your mom's roasting pan till they were frogs.
What kind of frogs did you end up with?
Yeah, no, I remember everyone doing that growing up. But yeah, I think my betas and my like suckerfish lived the longest. But yeah, now I feel bad. We had betas and like they were big flower vases, but still they were flower vases. But
Yeah.
you know, that's what we were. I mean, that's mom was like, wait, you have a beta in there with other fish? I thought they had to be in a small thing by themselves, and I was like, yeah, that's what they told us growing up, but that's not, no.
It's impossible to pick a favorite from honey mustard, ranch, and barbecue. But don't ever forget, you are Aubrey's favorite.
She hit the roof when she found it, and the crotch lifted the lid and had a bunch of little frogs jump out. Yeah.
See,
Hey,
it
Brian.
never occurred to me to do that because growing up, frogs were just everywhere.
Oh yeah, we had that one
We
explosion.
had the one, but I always like there were bogs and ponds. I would go explore
Oh, yeah.
them and I would catch the frogs. But during the frogpocalypse, the only way I would be able to get outside because I was afraid of like stepping on them because they were just like a sea, just a sea of frogs going through grass. So I would catch them and we would race them
Oh,
on
yeah.
the trampoline. We'd be like,
I was just so scared to step anywhere. I tried to be so careful. But yeah, it was like how the cicadas are, but frogs. And like, yeah, it was just like a population boom, random.
it was huge. Like they were literally.
Yeah, you look on the ground and it was like
everywhere.
literally moving.
I still haven't seen anything quite to that. Like
Nope.
I've seen like little booms here and there, but I've never seen that many frogs again in my life.
Yeah. No, and it was just in those like neighborhood area, yeah. Which was crazy.
Because I remember even on like some of the road areas, just like crushed frogs.
Yep. It was very sad. So I tried to save what I could.
I gave up. I was like, there's too many.
8-year-old me thought that tadpoles were neat. It was like seeing evolution unfold, going from something fish-like to land. Oh yeah, no, they're so cool. I mean, even
Yeah.
as an adult, they're cool. Like, I hadn't seen a tadpole live in a long time, and at the creek, it was mostly like an event for little kids, but some kids caught some tadpoles, and they were so cute to look at. Which that's
See,
a good
I
thing being
find
around
them
the kids.
cute, but I also think they just look like black sperm.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And this it's not. I mean, they evolved outside of the womb, I guess.
Good job, they were not Konosuba frogs. Yeah! Hello, Mr.
Now, if you pay too much attention to nature, it starts to freak you out a little bit.
I mean, nature is weird. A lot of critters are very weird. But that's also, it's cool.
Just weird little guys.
Yeah. Yeah, swarms of them are gross, but single pair.
Yeah. I'm not real big on big frogs. I have no desire to hold them or touch them or interact with them, but the little ones were good.
Thanks for the follow, Krusty.
If I was to keep frogs, I was thinking more like tree frog or a dart frog.
Yeah, I am liking, and now finding out, I'm like, how have I watched so many nature shows? Is it just something that, but like, zoos and stuff have kept dart frogs for the longest, so it's like, how is this not information just out there? Like, that dart frogs are not poisonous or venomous, if they don't eat the certain things in their diet and that they do in the wild. Like, when was that found out? Me and my dad were like, I've never heard that, and I've watched so much nature, everything. So I'm like, where was that information? Thanks for the follow, Taylor.
Like,
Yeah, swarms of anything is.
I just remember growing up fish keeping, like the ones I remember that actually kept fish and we were like, yeah, you're doing it. At least, if I did it half as good as you, I would consider myself lucky.
The little rain frogs with the little
But
butts.
the culture, like it was all just talk. You all just learn by doing it. I'm like, that's so weird. It's so cool, but also just like kind of sucks for the animals too, because we're all just kind of figuring it out. Cool.
Yeah, kind of using them as a guinea pig, which kind of sucks. Nuts, yeah. do want to get the books from the Walstead lady.
I just can't get over that one little moment where she was like, "You want to put fish in?" I just put shrimps. I like
Yeah.
shrimps. Like, me too.
Yeah,
I like
like,
shrimps.
I think she would be a fun person to vibe with. She seemed very chill.
I just couldn't tell if it was the direction
I feel like it was.
or
just-
if they absolutely hated each other. I was just like, is there like a vibe?
it just felt like it was just awkwardness, like, and not knowing.
Awkward. She also does give me a sassy old
Oh,
lady
yeah.
vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No, which are my favorite
mhm.
old ladies.
Like what you got to say when you get drunk.
Invite her over.
Old ladies are my favorite. They're scary. Especially when you realize how baller our grandmothers must have been. Put up with most of our grandpa.
Yeah, I'm like, and to be fair, as far as I know, at least on my dad's side, my grandpa seemed to be an angel. Like, he never raised his voice, at least around us, so I don't know, or anything. He was just always very kind with all the animals and plants, so I don't,
I mean, I don't think.
yeah, I was like, for
I
once,
don't think good male people don't exist.
yeah. No, I'm just like, I'm surprised to be able to say that, because so many people I watch have completely opposite. So, I'm just like, thinking about it, I think he was just a very kind, loving individual that liked to build violence.
Yeah, and there is some level of it that comes with, like, maybe you're just not educated on certain things, and that's fine, so you're operating in that state of being. And I lost my thought.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know where you're going with that.
Nope. I'm not sure I knew.
No, I miss him. He was my first grandparent that passed away, too. Take the best ones first.
No, I just think people are people.
Thank you for the bears.
I think that's what I was trying to get at.
Oh, yes.
People are people.
Yeah.
There's no good. There is good and bad, but I don't think we are destined for either one.
I mean, it's just part of, like, my parents are pretty old, so, like, my grandparents, like, I only have one grandparent left now living, but, and yeah, he's over 90 now.
I have vague memories of my great-grandparents.
I never got to meet, my great-grandma, Emilda. She lived to 103.
I just know a lot of my family's women are feisty.
Oh yeah, my
They're
grandma,
my favorite.
when my grandma went to the nursing home, she was like threatening all the nurses, like, get me a gun. Because she just didn't want to go, which I'm like, fair, but you're going out in the middle of the night naked, walking down the street trying to find your childhood home, and you're leaving stoves on and stuff like that, and that's a lot to ask for a person to, like, one person
Yeah.
to take care of. They have to sleep sometimes. Hello, hello, Antonio. Found the Twitch. Woo!
I need more coffee.
More coffee. You guys are silly. Always. Well, thank you for all the gifts. I see a TikTok, a heart me, and an ice cream. Thank you. And thanks, Jose Miranda, for the follow.
Smoothie time. I'm gonna make you make me another cup. Look at how dainty that one is.
I must show you all. If I can do this without. Ooh. Well, there's. She's on the leopard gecko.
I think her and the
Enclosure.
lizard are better friends than me and the lizard right now.
Okay, I guess this one doesn't have that as an option. I have to physically turn you guys. Oh yeah, there you go. Little baby. And then we have a Stitchy. We can give her catnip treats if anyone does that. I just will have to be told if someone donates for that. She's the queen.
But I'm a lazy ruler, if that makes you feel any better.
Again, we need to get you like that sleeping princess.
I just want it because it looks cozy.
Oh yeah, she likes to sunbathe. She's also like besties with the terrarium, or not with the terrarium, with the lizard in their terrarium.
I'm not gonna call them besties, but they are
I don't know,
interacting and it
they-
is entertaining.
They stare at each other every day.
Yeah, it's been a nightly ritual since he's got here. About the same time, he'll venture out, she'll venture in.
They just stare.
Yeah, and they have just where she'll claw at the top for a little bit, and he'll be staring at her. And occasionally, he's tried to like jump at her. So I'm just like, I don't understand what this is.
Right. Well, it's like, no, we wouldn't let them like interact without.
I won't even let
cage,
the cats like perceive his presence.
Right. But you know,
I do want to kick him out at some point so me and little dude can interact without all
bond a little bit.
without all the pressures of like, is a cat gonna like just
Well, they've been wanting also his food, the crickets. Ew, which they do eat and chase in the wild outside.
He's really chill with me. I'm a little jealous because
it's a
he
leopard.
doesn't look at me like that.
It's a leopard gecko. Yeah, no, the way that they look at each other is that's why I'm like, I don't. But yeah, he's like, what, a 7-year-old?
Yeah, they said he was about 7 years old.
Okay, 7-year-old. Yeah, he was my nephew's, and he's going off to college and won't be able to like have time to take care of him. So, we just happened to have gotten things kind of set up already.
I was already like in process, but I was thinking I was gonna get one maybe next year.
Yeah, like a year from now.
But it all happened to where I was like, well, it's available. I have the thing. I mostly need to. I would like to get him more stuff to do. It's kind of a base level of like
Oh yeah.
terrarium right now. But since his name's Echo, I'm calling the terrarium the dollhouse. It's not necessarily going to be themed like one, but I have seen people do really pretty. What looked like to me so relatively safe for the lizard, so I'm like,
yeah.
It's experimental. I might, if that plant doesn't bounce back, pull her out. Cause all the succulents are doing fine.
Hey, Abraham. Nice reference, Regina. Says Stark.
Well, he was named Echo. I just was like,
Yeah.
well, that's.
Well, that's the only echo that came to my mind was the dolphin. But yeah, you haven't shown me. You've talked about Dollhouse a lot, but
I think it's That's the hardest one for me to sell to people sometimes.
I still need to like rewatch. I don't know how far you had shown me of Firefly.
Probably most of it. There's not much.
Yeah, it was way early.
It's an easy one for me to like.
No, that was
slide
like
people's way, 'cause I'm like, there's not much to it.
it's just
so
it was
you'll
so
finish it real
early
quick.
on when we met that like
Mhm.
I really only have vague memories, so I don't remember how far we got. 'Cause it was like one of our many sleepovers. Thanks for the follow, Billy.
And I just like ritually will watch them
Bandit.
over. So I'm like, I forget to like start people off somewhere. Like I just watch this. It is like I don't even really listen anymore. It's just. I did like Dollhouse. I just wasn't real sold on the whole ending thing.
Hello, Artie.
Kinda cool, kinda weird. Kind of upsetting.
Stitch got very offended by the two being their way. Sorry, Stitchy. You could come over here on the completely opposite side of them. But that might still be too close. Oh my gosh. Girls. There's no fight. Work on getting the base substrate going, which I didn't know if we wanted to like. Did we want to try to like cover it with sand or?
I figured we could be creative with it.
Oh yeah. As I was like, well, we could go pick up some sand, is what I'm saying. If we wanted
I
some.
also have the lizard sand.
Will that work underwater? I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
like, I don't know.
goodness.
I don't know. Would it add anything, you know? Like
It's a pretty orange color. I could double check, but I'm like, I don't know why it wouldn't.
TikTok removed her name, put the name of Echo's actor there.
Elijah Dushku. She's a goddess.
Oh. Just a chill day. Yeah, after we have coffee and whatnot, we're planning on trying to get a tank started that will eventually maybe be a beta sorority tank. We just gotta see if we can get them along, get along, but. Yeah, so we gotta get to ready the substrate, and when I do a water change, which I need to do, especially on the big one, because it's
The
getting
main
low.
thing I'm not sure is what aesthetic we should go for.
Right.
Because One Piece actually, I like it because it's broad.
Oh yeah,
You
there's
do,
so
like-
many, like,
Even with just the natural landscaping, I'm like, well, I like the idea of doing just little ornaments to go into the tank, like nothing that takes up so much space that the fish lose out. And then they're just staring at SpongeBob all day or something.
yeah.
But just little like charms and things that are water safe. I'm like, I don't see why that would be a problem.
I'm still disappointed in the One Piece fandom. Like, as far as, like,
In general?
just as far as, like, I was like, surely someone's made, like, the Going Merry, like, as, like, tank decor. And I haven't seen anything. I'm like, how?
Can we 3D print it?
I have seen I think a free one I saved. Because they were like, I just want to see someone print it. And I'm like, cool. But, yeah, like, I'm just like, yeah. I'm just surprised that out of all, it's a big fandom. Surely.
I guess
Surely.
they don't want to make things. That's a weird vibe.
Favorite coffee flavor?
Coffee?
Coffee. Yeah, the coffee flavor of
Coffee is my favorite flavor.
No, like right now I'm drinking a blueberry coffee and I do like that. I also like the mojito coffee that's in at Phil's Coffee in LA.
The coffee flavor grew on me.
Yeah.
It didn't. I was never like in love with it. Now it's like an addiction.
One time she was at my local Comic Con, and the queue to her was huge. Yeah, right? Like, I'm like, surely there's an overlap of One Piece fans and fish keepers. Like, there's gotta be. There's gotta be. With it being, like, the ocean and sea, like, there has to be. And the fact that that's not a thing, I was like, because I was like, well, I could. And I was just, like, looking, and I'm like, oh, God, shipping of bottles are so complicated. So I was like, oh, that would be fun. Oh, no.
It's not fun, I promise you. I don't know which old man explained how that worked to me.
Yeah,
I remember being like,
them, layers and then like.
I was like, I'll build me some Zoids. I'll definitely do the Marcross girlies.
Thanks, Carlos.
But I do not have the patience for that. Which is, I mean, isn't far off for me wanting to do like tiny terrariums.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, that's why I was like, okay, maybe they have a Going Merry in like a little bottle. No. Because again, I'm like,
even break it out.
Gotta. Well, I was like, even like if we had like a little reference with a little bottle in there, I think that would be cool. But alas, that's why they have disappointed me, because I was like, surely.
I'll be back.
Oh yeah, the two screamers like to play with each other, and they like draw each other in by like, yeah, we need to cook those. I was wondering about where those went.
They've been sitting there the whole time.
Gotcha. I was just thinking the other day, I was like, we need to cook those.
I've been thinking it since I did it.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what temperature I need, so I have been avoiding it.
Thanks, Carlos. Now they all follow Regina into the kitchen. But yeah. Mona's the only one left behind that's hanging out in one of the empty tanks. Oh, I forgot about the butt pillow. It startles me like every time I walk in here. Yeah, no, Regina keeps putting other things on, which, I mean, I get it. We, like, binged a bunch of One Piece, but I'm like, I want to know more. Fishman Island? Oh, there's a whole island of them? Yeah, I believe it would. Start like a booty? It's like, yeah, it just weirds me out that it's like just a butt with no other parts. It is nice and squishy. Like, it feels nice. It's just like startling to see. We were sent it. They finally came forward as some actor from a Disney Channel show that sent it. It's one that I didn't watch. It was like my little sister's time frame. It's definitely out of the blue. Hey, Stitchy, yeah, get your spot back now that they're elsewhere. Yeah, he's just been. Everyone else followed you into the kitchen, but he just stayed in the tank. He said, "This is where I live right now."
Mhm.
I forgot about the butt until I looked over in the screen. I was like, "Oh, there's just a butt now next to me." I say a bold decor toys.
It's my favorite gift that we've ever randomly gotten.
Yeah.
It supports your back real good.
No, I'm like it's comfy. It just startles me every time I like see it out of the corner of my eye because I'll think it's like your butt up in the air or something. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, wait. It's
Perfect
the
for
disembodied.
those teen kids who want to like make a realistic butt for when they sneak out.
Mhm. If their butt's always hanging out of the covers.
I just like that I can put panties on.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad you did because
I mean, technically, it's just stuffed into workout pants, yoga pants.
Yep. That are just skin colored.
Yeah. So it shouldn't set anything off. I just threw it on because I thought it was funnier, and it gives me something extra I can just pull off and wash.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the follow, James. Shrimpies.
I want more shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta. It's also part of why I want to get this tank because I want all the fishies. I don't want them to stay in here.
Right.
It's a little small for fishies.
It is.
It's
And then it
intended.
can just be
It's
the
intended
shrimps.
for shrimps. It's gonna be the
Then
shrimp.
it can be a shrimp rave. Boop, 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 boop. You can start some of those streams. Little shrimp raves. Play your music, and then.
If I could ever get on TikTok live, I
Yeah.
think it would be.
Well,
funny
that's what I was
just to
like. I
set it
could
up.
see if I could get.
Because like once you get it just right, it's just like it's not a bad little scape. It's just so small.
I'm like, I could try to get. Because I think I can invite you. It might be audio only, but then we just mute you, and then people could find you easy, because you'd just be the other little
We should do it
thing.
while playing Battleship.
Yeah. I could do that. Hello. Your music paused.
It did. Also on an interesting scene though.
Yeah. No, I was like, I like it. I like where it stopped. Oh, Battleship. Used to have that as a kid. No idea what happened to it. We just got a copy from a thrift store or something. I can't
I
remember.
can't remember. Yeah, I was like,
I don't remember if it was like a yard sale type of thing. Or
I just
a
remember
thrift
being
store.
like, oh.
Yeah, we were like, oh, it was thrift store because we got the Animal Crossing, Monopoly at the same time. I'm actually intrigued by that one. It looked cuter than, like the cuteness might actually make me play it. But yeah, no, like the Battleship, that's always something that I would play in classrooms growing up. It was one of my favorites.
I used to beg everyone to play with me, and no one would play with me.
That's crazy. Because I would have.
It's because I was so incessant about it.
Yeah.
It's not because they never would do it. It's because humans don't have enough time to sit and play with Battleship with me all day. But that was the extent. I was like, I want to play Battleship. I was just, I kind of forgot about that obsession. I don't even remember how it happened. I just remember constantly asking everybody to play with me.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I don't even really remember all the rules now.
Well, it's kind of, it's,
I just remember, like, you know,
You set up your ship's
Yeah.
location, and then you say what you're gonna, like, what spot you're aiming for, and then until you sink ships. Which, yeah, and I think similar in somewhat in concept with Minesweeper. I liked playing that a lot too. But
That
kinda
one you
sim-
could at least play by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. School Connect 4 champion won a tournament and everything. You was you were a champion. That's funny. Oh, yeah, Connect 4 is fun. I don't remember a whole lot of places having it when I was growing up. I feel like I played it more like as an adult.
I practically pulled a heist with my family to get Mousetrap. Just when I was young and starting to find my audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Begged mom to get it for me. She wouldn't do it.
No, I remember
Begged my
wanting.
grandparents. They caved instantly. And it's like, yeah.
No, I remember really wanting it, but never got it as well.
I don't think I ever played it but once or twice
Right.
in the actual way. I don't know if I had to do something similar for Mall Madness, but it was a similar vibe. I don't even remember it's just a mall.
Mousetrap looked fun in the commercial, but it was actually boring. Yeah, I think
A
I
lot of
finally
them
got
were.
yeah, I finally got to play it at a friend's, and I was like, oh, this isn't actually that cool. Yeah, they made it look so fun in the commercial.
Uh-huh.
But that's I saw a TikTok account doing where they're trying out kid toys with their cats, because they're like, I have this theory that they're actually even more fun for cats, and they did Elephun. You remember the one that it's an elephant that blows little butterflies in the air, and you're supposed to go catch them, and their cats were obsessed.
I'll bet.
Yeah. And they just sit there and wait for her to refill the elephant with the butterflies, and then they go crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds like the best time ever for them. Connect 5. The rules where you had to build it one piece at a time, and it was such a buzzkill for a kid who was primed on seeing a cool Goldberg machine. Yeah, exactly. It's just what?
I just remember playing with it as doll toys.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's also, to be fair, most card games or anything, we didn't really play by the actual rules. We bend them.
Uno is one of the few games our family would get vicious.
Mm-hmm. No, I loved Uno. My whole mom's side of the family, we'd all play dominoes.
I forget you can play dominoes.
Uh-huh. There's a game.
Yeah.
There's probably more than one
I've
game.
done it once or twice, but I usually was more with just make them fall.
Mm-hmm. No, that was with our grandma. We played so many domino games. It is sad that
I always
doesn't really
forget
happen.
marbles is a game too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a kitschy thing someone likes to collect.
Yes. Go Transformers.
I never really got into Transformers full stop. Mild interest.
Everyone I knew just put the thing together and set it off. Never actually played the game. Yeah, that's the feeling I feel like I remember that kind of being the way. Hello, Plague Lord. Hello, Beckji. Put it in the digital battleship game. Did a Transformers crossover and didn't use either of the Transformers known for turning into battleships. Like, excuse me? Why? Why wouldn't they? Were they trying to like advertise for something specific that was going on or something? I don't know. It's weird. Micey! How about the girl? Yeah? You should come say hi to everyone.
In all fairness, our board game collection is not bad,
It's not bad. I just
but it's very eclectic.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's just a lot of random stuff.
yeah. A lot that are supposed to be really fun. It's just I have to learn the things. I like simple games like War
Mhm.
and Dominoes, Battleship.
I remember really
They're very
liking
simple.
Risk at one point.
That was one that a lot of classmates would play, and I was like, it's, yeah. I like extremely simple games. I don't have to think too hard, but you can still think and have strategy, but like, not too much. Girl, what you doing, baby?
It depends on how it's presented to me usually. If a really competitive person tries to get me to play a game, I'm gonna be so bored.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like Blockus, the cock block game. Again, simple.
I really wish you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's which to be fair, a lot of the time people will bring out board games when people are drinking.
Nah, that's
And so,
that's our
I'm gonna
problem.
do the puzzle.
We're always inebriated when we pick up a new game, so it's just like, oh, that's not happening.
Yeah, like they had Prime and B pilot battleships. So low effort. Like they're like, oh, everyone knows those two because I mean I do. I've only seen the first live action film, so I've been on the ride at. Made me kind of motion sick. Hi! I had to squint the whole time. Your flat belly is so funny. You look like a frog. You look like a froggy.
What you do?
Oh yeah. No. I think Cards Against Humanity is probably the one that we've played the most at this point. Because it's just like an easy level entry, like when everyone's drinking, just boop.
It really depends. If someone's around that helps explain the game,
Yeah. No, that's
it's
usually
a different ball game.
Mhm.
And if they're chill, I can usually relax and
Yeah,
play.
if they're not too like obsessed with being exact with the rules, like
Yeah. Because that's in that environment, I've played a lot of things that I wouldn't normally go for.
the second live action film is bad, and they stay bad until the Bumblebee film.
I didn't really feel any negativity towards any of them. Just not. It was never really my thing to begin with. So.
Oh, you do have a game of Transformers Risk and Monopoly.
There's too many monopolies.
Took them to a Transformers Con, but no one was interested. Oh dang! Thanks for the heart, me. The coffee is not. Oh, it's been gross and rainy.
Yeah, I think that's the
The
problem.
counter. Oh wait, ma'am. Wait. What we scream about?
Existing. Exactly.
When you are a fan, you notice issues a bit more as they.
I mean,
keeping
that's
the brain
that's
off
true
things.
with
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Micey, come here.
it was just one like I know I've seen some as a kid. I just didn't really get attached to it like some others.
My obsession with Pokemon.
Yeah, I went through a cool kid phase where I was like, no, I like Dragon Ball Z.
Why?
Then eventually Pokemon lured me back in. I was like, oh yeah,
Are you a good girl?
they're cute. And they fight.
Miss Micey. Hello. Snog.
Mm.
Snogadog. They say so. Don't get me wrong. If you enjoyed them, that's great. But if you want to experience other stuff, let me give you the good episodes and not the bad episodes. What is your favorite Pokemon game of all time?
Game? See, that's a tough one for me. I've only gotten to play a couple.
Well, I have extremely fond memories of Blue because that was, my first one.
I didn't have a Game Boy original. I did get a Game Boy Advanced at one point really late in the game, but all the Pokemon games are so expensive that I didn't buy them very often.
Where are you going? Ugh! Why must you be like this? Doing alright?
I was usually up like Harvest Moon or something else's, but
You're having your 5th mug of coffee of the day right now?
congratulations.
Well.
Are you vibrating yet?
Yeah, I would at this point. Now, back in school days, that would be my norm. But now I would be like having so much anxiety. Like shakies.
Yeah, that's good. I'm seeing how far I have to lean.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that'll do it. Micey, why are we crazy?
Because she is.
She's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna go make my smoothie. Have that, and then we can probably head off for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about getting on her OF later, potentially, while we work on the tank. She's kitty caliente. She is. She smacked me on the forehead with her claw yesterday morning because, I don't know, she was irritated about something. Blue, a Game Boy, then a Pocket Game Boy, a trading cable, and then red, yellow, and Pokemon Stadium on the N64. Nice. Yeah, I have. That's my little brother got red
I think
and
the only
yellow.
Pokemon game I have on 64 is Pokemon Snap. And I don't even remember who bought that one. It's just there.
Thanks for the follow, Azam. Yeah.
It just hasn't been a huge investment or desire of mine to replace my older games.
Micey. Micey. I was irritating her. So
I'm still working on getting all of my Sims games collection finished.
Yeah. Micey.
Staring at the fish.
Ugh. That one bladder snail looks like a weird wolf. I was like, what is that? Like, it looked like, from here, it looked like the inside of the snail. A slug, I guess. Okay. Be cool if I leave them with you for a bit.
Yeah. I'll scooch in.
Yep. Gonna make my smoothie. It will just take a moment. Micey, please be good. Why are you being bad? Whoa, please don't hurt me.
What's beside me? I've got all kinds of stuff beside me. Are we talking about the butt again? I got butts, I got tanks. That's pretty much it. It's just a pillow thing. Someone sent it. I commandeered it because I liked it the best. Who's idiots, Norris? Tricks. Oh. I don't know if I don't really know if I feel like coat color changes a whole lot. I definitely seem to attract black and white kitties for some reason. They're both obsessed with me. Yeah, I got a Mona on the bed. Yeah, Kyoyo got this for me on Christmas, I think. I assume Christmas. I just like a good big mug. I don't like tiny coffee mugs. I mean, if you get to know your cats, you kind of can pick up what their meows mean. Mona's just the funniest, because he actually sounds like he says hello and I love you sometimes. Trix, you're so heavy. You don't need to be on there. Pretty much as soon as I started drinking coffee, I was like, big mugs. It's just I don't like risking spilling. I just think it's because I'm clumsy and I can't handle tiny cups. I also just drink a lot of coffee. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I mean, they're all buttholes, yeah. All cats. But they're cute. And most of them are sweet. The only one left is Mona. They all ran off to try to steal some food. Mona. anyone else feel like a nap after coffee? I have to start moving afterwards, otherwise I will go to sleep. Who's there? I just think of it more like a morning ritual. It gives me a minute to sip on something bitter and feel better about the day. It doesn't really give me the zoomings anymore. I used to get all kinds of zoomies with caffeine.
Whoa! Stitch, you're a silly goose. What a silly goose. Come on. This one blueberry heavy because all the blueberries fell out of my bag. Like, oh no. I have learned that the frozen peach are just kind of not full of flavor. I have to add a little bit of cinnamon for it to have any flavor. So, to remember not to get frozen peaches for the smoothies. Thanks, Morito Zach, for the follow. Hey. Mainly banana, blueberries, a couple cherries, a lot of peaches, but yeah, they don't really add a whole lot of flavor. Lover Stitch mug, yeah, it's a good one. Oh, and spinach, you know. Doesn't spinach have like iron and stuff in it? Is that what? I don't know. It's good for you.
If you like the leafy green, it's a leafy green.
I mean, the fruit covers up any of that. But I do like spinach and turnip greens.
The only one that I've tasted I'm not super big on in salads is like kale.
Yeah,
It
that
just
seems
has
to be
a-
everyone's. Yeah, agreed though. It's
like,
kind of bitter.
It's also I can eat it. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't know why that one's not. that
Just
one's
like
hitting
it's not the
same.
preferred. Yeah, you want my smoothie? I put cinnamon in it. You can't have that.
And like vegetable wise, the only things I really seem to have any problem with are some root vegetables. But not all of them. Like I like a good vast majority. It's just like beets and turnips and stuff. I'm like I'm not.
Those are my favorite, and I don't like. What's the other radish? Oh, I guess I like at least pickled Japanese radish, but the radishes, the
I
little
haven't
red
had
radishes.
radish enough to have an opinion.
My mom loves putting them in salads, and I despise raw
I just never
radishes.
buy them, and I never see
Well,
them in anything.
No, my
really.
mom loves them and puts them in it like a lot. So yeah, I do not like. They're just bleh. Beets and turnips stuff like. What am I trying to eat? I got a smoothie.
She eats like a rabbit in the morning, and I'm lucky to eat it all.
He says turnips are like if someone farted into a potato. I would just pick them out of my grandpa's garden and eat them on my walks.
And anything that
And I
I
like
say
beans.
I don't like, I've at least put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. It's just if I'm gonna buy it, I'm not buying those.
The little red radishes, I don't like those. Those are some of the only like ground roots that I know for sure that I'm like, do not like. Yeah. It gets me every time too. They were like, for a second I thought someone was bent down. Thanks for the follow, Bob. But yeah. I was like, well, I do know I like Japanese pickled daikon. I do like. So I'm like, obviously not every
daikon's
radish.
the one I'm like, I just don't know if I've had that much daikon.
Japan I had.
You got
It
to
was
go.
yeah.
I didn't get to go. Yet. I'll torture Japan someday.
Oh, the blueberries stained my hand.
I feel like she's getting purpler.
She might be if she's like enjoying herself and getting good food. You're definitely gonna try grilled daikon for your burgers this summer. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Are you gonna like marinate them in anything?
No, my mushroom burger. Just mushroom. I just want to try some more interesting mushrooms. That's it. I've had all the mushrooms I can find in stores.
You're away from being 40. You might as well be a grilling expert. And you'll do a marinade for the daikon. Nice.
I'm not a grilling expert. I'm barely a cooking expert. I can just feed you. I haven't gotten to grill enough, in all fairness, to feel comfortable with them.
The boys always take over whenever I've been around.
I just allow it. I'm like,
Well,
it's not my thing.
It's like I don't have to cook. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, the guys always take over.
Well, it depends on what's being made, too.
Thank you, Matthew, for the follow. Tiny babies. Oh, tiny, tiny babies. It's a little tiny baby. Is it suckle time? Oh. Time to suckle your mother? Oh yeah. Oh, it's time for suckles. Gotta watch her be baby. Oh, what? Did I ruin it?
She likes to do this.
Okay.
It's normal. She's just giving some extra attention.
Hi, baby girl.
Yeah?
Grilling barbecuing is great. It's a low bar to entry. And everyone loves the part where it's mostly just hanging out and crushing light beers. Yeah.
I'm here for the vibes.
Oh yeah.
It's just not super fun when my family does it, but they do cook real good on the grill, so it kind of makes up for it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's the one thing my grandfather will do, besides make breakfast.
Look at that baby.
Sorry, I was just thinking of that steak on a grill.
Uh-huh.
When we lived in the campsite, we used to do like grilled Taco Bell. We would get the super big grande meal packs and eat them that night and then put them on the grill the next morning. We also did like, my favorite was always just putting broccoli and cauliflower with cheese on the grill. I could just eat it all day. So. You're so gross.
Those claws just all the way out.
Mm-hmm. Her lips painful.
Itchy. So baby. A grilled whole peeled pineapple dusted with cinnamon. I don't think dusted with cinnamon, but I've definitely had grilled pineapple, and it's delicious.
I'm indifferent. I like pineapple in some regards, and others I'm just like, it's there.
But
But I'm also just not super into it on pizza either. I'm not opposed to it, I just don't like it either.
And I also like the one that Roma's does with the mandarin orange slices on the pizza.
I was never super prone to like doing the cheese and fruit thing. So I think that's why I'm like, it doesn't even occur to me.
I like fruit and cheese. One of these days I'll do it proper luau, since all of my Minnesota friends keep asking. Since you're the only Hawaiian they know.
I would just like to get to the point where we can have like a little gathering
Yeah,
in my house.
We'll be excited, yes.
But I want people to be able to walk first.
And sit.
Mm-hmm. And you know, maybe figure out a way for them to leave things without worrying about Stitch too.
Not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just probably we need to get some charcoal so we have some on hand if we want to randomly grill anything.
I'll worry about that when we get the shed finished.
Yeah.
In terms of
breaking down some more boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny babies, tiny babies. Thanks for the follows, Jess and Dark.
She's not blinking. She is really soft, so it's like having a cloud move around between her legs. Hi. Huh?
What a crazy girl.
She's pretty chill with me most of the time. She's half of the reason, at least part. Because she'll come cuddle me first thing in the morning and I'll just go back to sleep with her. And you're a kitten. Why are you so comforting? I'm not going to water on my face or something. Mona would.
Can you try a cucumber?
Try as in eat it? I do eat cucumber.
A lot, yeah. We get some since it's starting to get hot. It's just always a nice refreshing.
I just want that fried rice with the cucumber. It's
Oh yeah.
so good.
It's a smoothie. This one's mostly banana, blueberry, and spinach. Twitch, can we keep it PG, please?
Keep it in your pants. The only wood allowed in this chat is aquarium wood.
Thanks, Jose, for the follow. You guys are being a little much over on Twitch. It's usually TikTok.
All I can read is please.
Thanks, Christopher, for the follow.
Oh. Oh, come on, guys. Captured.
Hello.
Show them your feet.
Beans. She's like, nope.
She's like, oh, shove my
You gotta-
feet into you.
You gotta pay for that. She says.
Mm-hmm. Gross. Okay. I'm here.
Argatos. If you like that, you might like the cursed Morgana Dojin from Persona 5. Potatoes have eyes. Well, we just finished our coffee and I finished my smoothie. She
I need
finished
to
her
make
coffees.
some lunch.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, we'll probably get off here, but we might go live on her spicy place later after we have lunch and figure out what we're doing.
Let's see what our morning card is. No. I do.
Wait,
Oh, it says you're the shit.
woo.
They're nice today.
Wait. I definitely need lunch. I think that's the guys going out to lunch.
Yeah, it's about time, yeah.
I want to go see how much concrete they got put down. Concrete. More concrete for the stitch. It's like a lot of IP stuff. I don't know if it's ours, but you guys are being silly. I think Nars is probably asleep. I can't mod from here. How about you go find her spicy site? That way we'll potentially stream on later and she can show her feet there.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if I can at least. I don't. What's your at on the site? Do you remember?
They're always different.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm like. I don't know. At least for Twitter, which wait.
Oh, Twitter.
V-Man, do you have Twitter? Okay, it's the full name here. But so. I don't know if I can actually tag. But that's her handle here on TikTok. So poopy because it's big on me. I was worried about it fitting the booba. And it was.
I like my clothes comfy.
Well, it's more that it fits weird, so it's not as comfy as it. I feel like if it was actually like, it's not the type of oversize that like it feels comfy. Usually thigh is like nice and flowy. These are not that. You both are Karens. Nice.
I think Karening is fine as long as you do it for good.
But hot ones. I mean, there are some, like, yeah, there are Karens for good, and they can be hot.
I'd be more offended if you called me a suburban housewife. Definitely. I'm a feral housewife.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, it's okay, but I was wondering where you were, Naris. But it's okay. I was just like, I don't think it lets me do anything on the app Streamlabs, so I'm kind of like, but if they're trolling, they're not really doing a great job, so that's fine. Oh, thanks, Celestial. Leather gloves? Yeah, I have, like, I don't know if they're real leather, but I have some that might be. They feel fairly. But yeah, okay. We are gonna go ahead, get off, have lunch. But yeah, if you guys want, I'm not gonna go find them right now. Okay, but there's her, TikTok if you want to find her, since there's some asking. But yeah, we need to get lunch, and we might be on her spicy site streaming later. Not a guarantee, but we may.
Very likely. I'm definitely like, food.
And she might show her Pete's there. Alright.
I mean, normally I would probably show them accidentally, but...
No, I'm like, no. That also got us in trouble on TikTok before, so, yeah. Not taking requests for that on here. If they happen to appear, they appear, but... Alright. Alright. See you guys over on Twitch first. Thanks for hanging out. Guys over on Twitch first. Thanks for hanging out.